Welcome to Speaking of British Edition. I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
And this is Matt, our very special guest host today. And P.S. viewers, I just want you all to know it is that majestic, as we have been led to believe.
Don't big it up at all.
So, Matt, the burning question today is, because we have discussed you on the show, as you know, and Kate is pretty honest about the training sessions, but what we really want to know is, how is Kate from your perspective?
She's perhaps my most difficult client.
Wait, perhaps.
For some
I gotta
point,
try
she's
harder.
also perhaps one of my best clients at the same time.
Oh, that's
because
good.
we spend most of the session laughing and talking. So,
Right.
She's a good sales point for me because
good.
other people see us having a good time.
Right.
And they also, but at the same time, I try and say, hey, do this, and then instant, attitude and
I know.
super upset about
He
it.
was afraid I was going to make a scene the other day because I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, she's
Nancy
good.
Reagan said to just say no, so I do. Often.
No, so my main quest is to find an exercise that Kate actually enjoys doing, because so far...
Have you found anything at all?
No dice so far whatsoever.
I think
actually.
a pretty common exchange between us is, I hate this, you hate everything. I know.
Every session, half an hour.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And I'll have you guys all know, I have an
That's a
injury
worn wound.
from this week. After warning him that I would fall, I fell. And he did
And
what he said he would do if I fell, which was laugh at me.
And that was totally appropriate.
And it was your fault. You weren't wearing shoes. You know, if you were
I
wearing
wasn't
shoes...
wearing shoes, it's true.
Yeah.
I was wearing socks, but then I had to jump onto this thing, and I missed. And of course, he had me placed strategically in front of the window. Surprised there weren't people with popcorn out
yes,
front.
that reminds me. Yeah, we need to just set up a camera in front of the window. We'll tip you off when we're coming.
No,
Now, speaking of making exercise look fun and easy, right?
Right.
So Beverly has been actually obsessed this week with the Total Gym that is sold by Chuck Norris
Oh,
and
yeah.
Christy Brinkley. Okay, as we all know, you may not know this, Beverly has a problem with infomercials. She's aware of this. If she's flipping through channels and she sees an infomercial, she skips past it. However, she apparently fell asleep on the couch and woke to an infomercial for the Total Gym, and she was like, I have to have it. Chuck Norris is super manly, and if he's using it, then I gotta have it. And I was like, A, do you want to be manly? And B, that's not why he's manly. Because then she goes on and on about how, well, he also has this ranch, and so he's always doing this stuff, and he's just so manly, and so he's a really good salesperson for this Total Gym. And I said, yeah, he probably used it that one time when they filmed that, and that's probably the same one that they used like 20 years ago. Because she's like, he's so old, but look at him, he looks really young. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably the same video clip. Plus,
It is. Speaking of... Oh, never mind. I'll write that down for another... Continue.
Anyway, so she was convinced, and so our other coworker was playing along with her and saying, yeah, I think you should totally get it, because that's what she wants somebody to tell her, because if you tell her no, then she really, really wants it more. So he kept playing along, and he's like, yeah, I think it's a good deal. I think it's great. You should totally get it. Chuck Norris, blah, blah, blah. And I, of course, I kept
Norris.
saying, no, don't do it, because you're going to get it, and then it's going to sit in your house, and nothing's going to happen. And then she got mad at me, and then John got on my side, and he was like, yeah, you can get the Total Gym, and then whatever you can't put in the dryer, you can hang of your laundry
true.
on the Total Gym. It's true. Because that's what will happen.
So now I want to know. Since we have a professional, after I told him that we wouldn't talk about shop this whole time, but so would the Total Gym be as effective as a real gym?
Well,
if you use it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, hey, you can do like 96 exercises on it. And I said, yes, but you won't do 96 exercises on it.
No, yeah. Is Chuck Norris even in good shape, or is it more of a myth that he's in good shape? Like, 'cause I feel you hear a lot of things
and
about
here's
Chuck
the
Norris
thing.
that aren't true.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually once had a Chuck Norris calendar, and it was the best.
Okay.
But
But-
here's the thing. I'm guessing that the only time he's used the Total Gym is on the infomercial.
And
That's not
for
how he
all we
got
know,
rid of
he's
it.
wearing a gut sucker inner. What are those things called?
A Superman costume?
No.
A girdle?
Thank you.
Why is he asking me? That's so rude!
I just needed to know what to call mine. Anyway,
Lies.
so our dear
Anyway.
Beverly Leslie
Oh, yes.
is fascinated with England.
Well, so I told her that you had met the Queen.
Yes.
The Queen Mum,
Right.
she insists that I say. So she has some
Did you touch her?
questions.
I shook her hand, yes.
Whoa.
We need to shake his hand.
No, the Queen Mother gave me candy when I was 5, and then a horse race called Ascot in England. I was in the same box as her one year, and it was pretty cool.
And so,
That is
okay,
pretty
so here
cool.
are the questions that she wants to know.
All right.
Oh boy, here we go.
How many people were in her entourage?
How many people were in her entourage? On her side of the box, there were 25. I would say
gotta
actually.
be a big
It was
box.
big. It was right top of the stand, with windows
Like in
looking out
Quidditch?
onto. Yeah, just like Quidditch. Harry Potter reference. Okay.
That's what I'm picturing is those
See,
tall
it's going to
towers
be
with
even
the opening
funnier
and the-
if you've never seen Harry Potter.
Yeah. Horses, not broomsticks.
Can they fly?
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so there's about 20 people. Did she
I can't wait.
Okay.
did
can't
she
wait.
have a lap animal?
A lap animal.
A lap animal.
Like a kitty?
She did have no. She had one of her corgis.
One of her
with her.
corgis
Yeah,
with her?
uh-huh.
She
had
really
one
did?
of them. Yeah.
Now I want to know if the corgi has an accent.
Very posh bark.
That's a dog I want.
Speaking of posh, have you met Posh Spice?
I have not. No.
Oh.
I've met her. I've met David Beckham twice actually.
Shut up!
Yep.
How did you meet David Beckham?
I used to work at a fancy fish restaurant, and he used to go there every New Year's Eve, and I used to serve him when he.
Did you ever serve him a sneezer?
No, I did
You
not.
can say.
Why didn't
was
you introduce me to
truthful.
Matt sooner? He knows all the
He's
cool
been
people.
holding out on me. I didn't know about the David Beckham
You never
thing.
asked.
Well, I didn't know I had to go
Posh
through a
Spice
list.
married
right.
to him.
Exactly.
Right,
see?
right. See, well,
Oh.
let's move along.
It's like we are in the presence of royalty.
Does she have a smartphone?
Does she?
I have no idea. She did not bring out any.
Did she carry a handbag with her?
Yeah, she had a handbag
Okay.
with her. Yeah. Mhm.
What did she say to you?
No, she just said hello, and then I moved along. There were lots of people in a line waiting to talk to her. Everyone,
Right.
because we got there were 15, 20 people on the other side of the box
Oh,
too,
right.
and everyone got a turn at
Wow. Did you
going
make eye
round.
contact?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay, so,
So, well, no, that's my other question, because I hear sometimes she doesn't like you to look at her, or there are rules.
then don't you look at me.
I mean, you
She
know.
always looks slightly upset at all times anyway.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
very rare to see a picture of her smiling
Yeah.
anyway,
Right.
and that's her in real life.
That's
She
normal.
doesn't,
Yeah. That
So-
sounds right. So here's the other question. Now this is. Oh wait, first I have to ask this one. Did she get excited about the game? It's not a game. It was a race.
The horse race.
Yeah. Sorry, she misunderstood.
Does she stand up and go, Santa's little helper?
It wasn't a dog race.
It's more
Oh,
like,
that's right.
it was more like she was there for the social thing. She didn't
Right.
hardly watch the race at all. She spent the whole time wandering around talking to people, and she obviously doesn't put money on the races
Clearly.
because she
Right.
makes enough in rent from owning London.
It was like a big Monopoly game.
To her,
Oh, you
just,
landed
yeah.
here? Yeah. Okay, so the big question is, now Beverly's convinced that one of the rules is you can't turn your back to the Queen Mum.
I think I heard that too somewhere.
I've
that
never
true?
heard that before, actually. Never.
So did
and
you-
honestly, I've never been in the presence of the Queen enough times to have made such a faux pas, as
Well, because
be reprimanded for
so
it.
her vision is that there are stairs involved, and that in order to walk away from the Queen and to go down the stairs, you have to be facing her and go backwards. And she was really hoping that there was an incident of some kind.
I've never seen it before, so I would not
That's
know.
really
Just gonna have to
disappointing.
find that one out on her own.
So, but when you walked away, you clearly turned your back
Yeah,
to her.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
maybe not
otherwise you
fully,
would just have to stand there and
Well,
wait
yeah.
for her to walk away.
Yeah.
When Beverly watches this, she's going to wonder why you haven't been killed. Because I'm pretty sure she thinks that's the punishment for turning your back on the Queen
You
Mum.
would definitely notice it'd be a big game, wouldn't it? She'd
Well-
spin around and people would be coming with her. Come on,
Well, that's what I was thinking,
it
but
doesn't work.
It's a game of spin the queen.
Beverly's logic is a lot different than normal people's logic.
Yeah.
No offense, Bev.
Wow. Oh, was that it?
Those are all the questions that she has
Mm-hmm.
that
Very
I'm willing to
interesting.
ask.
That you're willing to talk about. So
Yes.
let's go back to the gym for a moment, because we've talked about
Please,
Kate.
I love to go to the
She
gym.
loves to
Let's
go to the
do it
gym.
another time.
Matt has been telling us some stories. Share some stories of the creepy people that you
Oh.
see.
So Vasa, as we talked about,
Yes.
being the Walmart of gyms. and now I'm gonna be fired.
No. We can edit that part out. Oh wait, no. You have to remember nobody watches us.
Okay.
So you're fine.
Good.
Okay.
You're
Kate and I are still gainfully employed after 3 years.
That 2 cents doesn't get far. We made 2 cents, you guys.
We did. One for each of us and some healthy satisfaction for producer.
Good job.
All right, so we have to bring it
Carry
back.
on.
So,
Well, it's called the Walmart of the gym world, mainly because $10 for a monthly membership, which
oh wow.
which, as you can imagine, brings in the riffraff.
Right.
I do have a question about
quite a
that
lot.
actually.
Yeah.
Because doesn't the $10 membership mean that you can't use the
You
swimming
can't
pool
use
and
the
stuff?
swimming pool. The
So
sauna,
how do they
the hot
know?
tub. They don't.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, like
I'm
for a
just
while
saying.
there, you notice they put up the barrier, you have to walk,
Mm-hmm.
you can't duck underneath it. It's because people, hundreds of people apparently, were just walking in and working out without a membership. They just weren't checking in. They just had no membership at all. Yeah.
And all this time I've been using my Bowflex. I could have been going to a real gym.
Well, real is debatable. Just kidding. It's a very
It's
nice
real.
gym.
It's a nice gym with no equipment. People steal the equipment from the gym.
Well, I wish that they would
frequently.
steal those stupid purple dumbbells that you keep giving to me.
Yeah, now I know where they've gone.
I keep hiding
wink.
them. He leaves and lets me finish up, and I'm like,
You bring your bag over,
pretty much.
Yeah, people men wearing just leggings without shorts. Like we were
Yeah.
talking about, it's normally really way too early in the morning. I get there at 6 a.m. and that's
Right.
the first thing I see. And
No,
it's
you don't need to see that.
Not a
no
day
one
ruined,
needs
Ever,
to see
at
that.
any
definitely
time of
mars
day.
it somewhat.
Yeah, no.
Well,
not pleasant.
and it's funny because you're telling me the story because oftentimes in the comic book world, people will say, how come no one ever figured out Superman is Clark Kent? And the answer is always because when he's in his Superman suit, ain't nobody looking at his face. Because,
Because he's wearing shoes?
because he's wearing tights. This is as bad as when I had to explain what I had to
I
explain.
know! I don't want to hear it again.
And I won't say that because it's not appropriate
It
right
is
now.
not appropriate, nor do I have the money to go back to therapy for it for a 4th time.
Poor Matt learned all about what happens on the commute. Anyway.
And it was an extra long one this time, so it was... Yeah.
It was good times, though.
Anyway,
Fun times. Anyway,
Karen? That's it?
sure.
No.
Did you have... no, I thought you had something else you
No.
wanted to go. We can
Go
wrap
for
it up.
No, wait. Hold on. Oh! I know
There
what
we
I
go.
was gonna
See,
say.
I knew there was one more thing.
I recently somehow, I think I might have told you this. I don't think I told you this. I received an email at work and on my personal email congratulating me on my subscription to bodybuilding.com.
You didn't tell me this!
What?
Buying a lot of supplements.
Apparently, so then Beverly now is convinced that I'm trying to be a bodybuilder. Clearly that's working out.
Yeah,
Oh.
so
And
it's
I
going
uns-
not well enough.
Right, and then I unsubscribed and I got another one.
Well,
How
no.
does this happen?
So speaking of bodybuilding.com and supplements, my students, I've told the story about, maybe I didn't tell the badass story.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that story will have to wait for another time because there's a new story.
No, wait, there's more.
So my students have a tendency to not be aware of where I'm at all times and to talk about me when I'm in earshot. This week I learned I'm on steroids.
But why now? You only fight during the summer.
I know, right? Well, my response to that was, and they were just mortified that I heard them, if I'm using steroids, I need a refund. They're not working.
Aren't
Anyway.
they? Because I think you're good. For crying out loud.
Shh, we're making Matt feel uncomfortable. We can't argue in front of the guest. It's like arguing in front of the children.
We're going to do it until he cries like the children.
No. No.
Good luck with it.
I know he's British. He has no feelings.
Yeah, stoic. Stiff upper lip. Go for days.
Is it really as rainy in London as they say?
Oh, yeah. I'd say I went home for Christmas and it rained 7 out of the 11 days I was there. Yep, no, it rains pretty much every other day. Yeah.
But
Overcast.
crazy.
does
yeah,
that make
no.
people sad like it does in Seattle?
Yeah, no, exactly like that. That's why
Is
like
that why
British
they're
people are
grumpy?
seen as exactly being grumpy, like cynical, like sarcastic. Just
Wow.
So I wonder why I'm like that. It doesn't rain that
You
much
should
here.
move to Seattle.
I'd fit in really well.
Yeah.
I really would. Because, yeah.
And with our pasty complexions, we'd probably fit really well in England as well. So,
I could make a really good goth chick, though.
you know what?
Sleeping was going to be easy this evening.
Brinkerhoff would really like to see that happen.
Well, I'm just saying, if we maybe we make that a goal. If we get like 30 views on this video, that you go goth.
I tell all my friends.
If that's what it takes to get these videos shared, then okay.
And that's what we
I will go
do.
full on 1994 goth.
So speaking of goth, I think I probably have told this story. Maybe not. I knew this goth girl, and I'll keep her identity a secret. That
Unless you know
she
goth girl.
painted her face, did the whole goth thing in high school, and did it for 3 years, that we were in high school. Then, when that phase finally ended, she had pigmentation problems because all the stuff had
Like soaked
soaked
in?
in. Yeah.
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we go home so I can find out who you are.
Well, what's even worse is this same person her natural color was blonde. And so by the time the makeup was gone and the hair color changed back, and this was in my days of being a retail whore, she came up to my register.
He has to clarify which type of
Right.
he was during that time.
Shh.
Anyway.
Anyway, she came up and started talking to me. I didn't recognize who she was. So
Oh, I'm sure that had so much to do with that.
it did. She looked like a completely different person. Completely.
Lucky.
She told me who it was, and I didn't believe her.
I guess this was pre-Mad Cow, so you wouldn't have that as an excuse.
No.
He has the Mad Cow. It's bad.
I do. It is bad. All right. How are we on time?
17 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Devin's the only one still watching.
That's
We've
right.
lost Luann, and June and Chris are probably getting snacks.
That's right. And what she's not telling you is Luann is my mother. She can only put up with us for 10
You
minutes.
referenced that one.
Oh, that's right,
when you
watched, yes.
See, he did his homework.
All right.
And he still showed up. See? This could be you.
All right. So special thanks to Matt for coming today and playing with
Yes.
us. We appreciate it.
So brave.
Yes, very brave. I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
We'll see you next time.
No, really.
Sad that it's over? Well, it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't. Like or send comments so we can interact with you even after the videos are over.
Yeah, so subscribe and tell all of your friends.
Share us with everyone, please.
Sharing is caring.
All the cool kids are doing it
Do it now.
now.